And finally, tonight, on this Tuesday edition of InfoWars Nightly News, we have some chilling developments on the FEMA camp front that we're going to be breaking down. Now, first off, we have the civilian inmate labor camp program that is declassified. We have the National Emergency Centers Establishment Act that is public. We have the Army's own manuals linked to in our articles where they call it re-education camps for political dissidents like the Tea Party. We have the training manuals for the military saying their number one enemy is the American people, and that they're trying to take on veterans gun owners. So you have this whole background here. We have the gun confiscation that took place during Katrina. We have the military training for gun confiscation in Arcadia, Iowa, and other events. So we know this is going on. Something this big, 50 times bigger or more than the Manhattan Project, cannot be hidden forever. So we know what's going on. But when we talk about it, we get ridiculed or attacked. Now, here's the big news I'm going to break down. I've talked about an exponential rise of federalization of police, of TSA on the streets, of NSA spying, of Stingray systems, of pre-crime databases, of license plate reading cameras, but also an escalation in propaganda in movies and TV where the political dissidents that don't go along with total government and socialism are terrorists, and they've got to be rounded up. They've got to be basically put in prison for re-education. This has happened in every other country, and now it's starting to happen here. We're trying to recognize it so we can stop it from happening. We already have the biggest prison population per capita in the world here in the United States. Now, the new development deals with a story that came out last week at Infowars.com by Paul Joseph Watson. PSA contains bizarre subliminal message about martial law. Commercial for lobby group conditioning Americans for civil unrest. Now, first off, you've got to boost the audio about 5 times, and then you can hear what they clearly say. Now, predictably, media attacked us and said we were insane, that AARP wouldn't put subliminal audio in a report when subliminals are even taught in college and are used at a very, very industrialized level. Now, in the last day, AARP and the Ad Council, run by the federal government on record, have come out and said, oh, we're sorry that freaked some people out. We just randomly used an ambient audio file from our nation's past. Well, we've identified the audio file. It's clearly from World War Z. So that's what we're getting at here, ladies and gentlemen, is the incredible deception. But let me read to you what they actually had to say. We appreciate those of you who have taken the time to voice your concerns about our Caregivers Assistance PSA and concerns about the background audio file. Our pro bono ad agency who created this video used pre-existing fictional vintage footage audio file as ambient background noise to invoke an earlier era. It is not intended to provide any additional messaging or for any additional purpose. Now, it goes further. Our HUMAT, or human intelligence, our millions of listeners that literally form a artificial human AI around the world, feeding through the internet data and things that they analyze and pick up, the same people that flagged this for us and noticed what was happening and got it to Paul Watson to write about it, have now called into the show and said that they followed the Ad Council and the FEMA campaign back and found that it's ready.gov, put out by FEMA. We go there, the listeners tell them the truth. It's ready.gov. We click on the preparedness link, and it tells you how to behave in the emergency center, in the mass care facility, and there's a huge scaling up for all this, and then they have new videos on the Ad Council getting people ready, basically, for soft martial law. And then you follow the link. It tells you how to sign up to actually get the assistance in your area. This is preparation for economic collapse. It is impossible to keep the derivatives going forever. The bigger they pump the bubble, the more it's going to be devastating, the more serious it's going to be when it implodes. I'm not saying it's going to happen this week or next year, but it could happen anytime. Government is running around like chickens with their heads cut off right now, gearing up, militarizing, and saying their enemy are the most law-abiding, patriotic, free market people in the country. It is a fact that the weathermen planned these exact type of activities in the U.S. and mass re-education camps, as Larry Grathwold warned us.
They estimated that they would have to eliminate 25 million people in these re-education centers. And when I say eliminate, I mean kill.
And now those very same people are Obama's top advisors. And you've got mega corporations that are going to sit offshore while this country collapses. Mega corporations that want to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Look what the Soviets did for power. Look what the Nazis did for power. Look what our country's done for power. There are powerful individuals who believe that they are insulated from getting the blame for this massive preparation that's happening. They don't want a national debate about militarization of police and FEMA camps before the triggering events come, the catalyzing events that are the pretext for them to be able to carry all this out. I challenge you to check these documents for yourself. There is a huge preparation to arrest Americans like Japanese Americans were in World War II and to put us into forced labor facilities during an economic collapse and basically scapegoat us somehow, probably with staged terror attacks, as the pretext to blame the collapse on us. And it's up to you, the listeners and viewers of this TV show and radio show, to get the word out to your friends and family, to take this video that we'll cut from the news and put on Infowars.com and to email it and Facebook it and Twitter it and to show your coworkers. We are raising the alarm bell. We are the modern day Paul Revere's. You are the modern day Paul Revere's. And never forget, you don't stand in front of us or behind us or beside us. You stand at the heart of Infowars. This is real. We're in this together. They don't want to have a debate about it because we could stop it if we have a national and global debate about it. This is a standardized world program being carried out by crony capitalists to consolidate planetary control. Never forget, if you're watching this transmission, you are the hope. You are the resistance. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com Oil of Oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients, extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules. You will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. And finally tonight, on this Tuesday edition of InfoWars Nightly News, we have some chilling developments on the FEMA camp front that we're going to be breaking down. Now, first off, we have the Civilian Inmate Labor Camp Program that is declassified. We have the National Emergency Centers Establishment Act that is public. We have the Army's own manuals linked to in our articles where they call it re-education camps for political dissidents like the Tea Party. We have the training manuals for the military saying their number one enemy is the American people, and that they're training to take on veterans, gun owners. So you have this whole background here. We have the gun confiscation that took place during Katrina. We have the military training for gun confiscation in Arcadia, Iowa, and other events. So we know this is going on. Something this big, 50 times bigger or more than the Manhattan Project, cannot